Hello everybody, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Transformers Bumblebee movie Energon Igniters Barricade. Now, this figure was purchased at a Walmart, of all places. Good lord, I haven't been in a Walmart in a long time. Now, the little engine, or Energon Igniters that they come with, are these little engines that you push down on the plastic in the back, and then let go. This one that comes with Barricade is actually slightly broken. I say that because here's one that comes with one of the Autobots, and it spins a lot more. In robot mode, the engine igniter can be stored on the back of the figure, thus making him incredibly top-heavy. Thankfully, the figure does have some nice heels in robot mode. Speaking of robot mode, the overall aesthetic is okay, though very, very, very hollow. But I'm okay with the figure because it is actually quite a bit of fun. It does remind me of some of the figures from Cyberverse lately, in the height or size-wise. So, as you can see, these are both $20 figures. There's not much to the internals of the figure because he's mostly hollow, and there's not a whole lot to the figure as a whole. This is definitely 2007 movie Barricade, as the head sculpt is almost identical to that original design. Posability-wise, head is on a ball joint, but is a little bit limited. There are hinges and swivels for shoulders. No swivel at the upper arm, but there is a 90-degree bend at the elbow via a hinge and a swivel at the wrist. The hands themselves don't open or close, but they can hold onto weapons, though none of these figures come with any weapons. Except, the two cannons on his shoulders. There is no torso articulation, but the figure can do the splits. One major point of articulation missing is the ability to move the legs forward and back. There's no pin to move them. There's no thigh swivel. There is a knee, but that's part of the transformation, and the foot does move a little bit as part of the transformation. So, posability of this guy is bad. This is about the best you're going to get. That's kind of pathetic. Barricade's transformation is exceptionally simple. Combine the legs, come up to the head, grab the entire chest, flip the chest over the robot head, push the robot head down until it completely folds up into the tummy, straighten out the lower arms, bring the lower arms up, and hook them into the front of the vehicle mode, which is done by this tiny little tab right by my thumb. So just pull that up and flip it in. So for the fists for the transformation, you actually want the thumb, or what's that little thumb, to be pointing down. Otherwise, things don't close up very well, or line up at all. And here we have most of the transformation done. The other part is simply closing up the hood and flipping the hood all the way closed. You have this nice little Decepticon symbol in white on the top, and then you have a beefed up 1980s police car. It's not exact, but it's close. Now, if you're wondering if this figure looks a bit simple, that's because it is, and it feels exactly like the Walgreens Special Cyber Battalion figures. In fact, it's roughly the same size as Cyber Battalion Sideswipe, or Prowl, because they're practically the same figure. And this is $20. And the paint is limited, we'll say. Now, that's not the gimmick in this mode. The gimmick is popping open the hood and then dropping the little engine igniter into there. When placing it in, you just want to line up the back and top, just push it all the way down, and then underneath, the little peg in the front will peg into this peg hole, and the rest of it will just kind of sit there. And then you push this little bit down and let her go. I'm going to tell you right now, it does not go that far. That's about it. So it goes maybe 30-some inches. In vehicle mode, Barricade definitely goes farther with one of the Autobot versions of the engine igniters. I still think this engine igniter is broken a little bit. There's a gear shredded in here, or something doesn't line up correctly. I'm very tempted to open it up and see if I can figure out what's going on. Anywho, what do I think of this figure? I actually kind of like Barricade. It's too expensive. If this was $10, I'd be all for it. I think, hey, this is actually a pretty decent, fun Barricade figure. It's simple, yes, but it's fun, and sometimes that's perfectly okay. But I don't know. There's stuff to like here. There's absolutely stuff to like with this figure. But I think a little bit different paint and maybe just some more features, and good lord, does it need more posability for 20 bucks. So, yeah. Oh, and it needs a better working one of these. That would go a long way as well. For a kid, well, I gave it to my 4-year-old, and he liked it in the police car mode, and he really did not like the engine igniter part. He absolutely hated it. He loves those little cars that you pull back and they'll just go. But he didn't like this at all. He liked it as a police car, and that was it. He didn't even care about it as a robot. He actually didn't like the robot. He said the robot was ugly. Which, let's face it, it kind of is. Anyway, so, should you buy it? Wait for it to go on sale. That is my final say. It's not a bad figure, but it's definitely not worth the asking price. If it's 50% off, 10 bucks, totally worth picking up. So let me know what you think of the figure down in the comments, my friends. As always, I'm Baltmatrix. Ask you to hit that like button, smash the subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when a new video is up. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time.